Hi, folks. I'm Casey Watson. I'm the owner of North Jackson Antiques and Uniques in North Jackson, Ohio. I'm here today to talk about the dreaded bleed through. So, what's bleed through? First of all, if you look close at this board, you'll see some little dark spots that have shown up through the paint because the surface wasn't prepared correctly, or we just ignored the fact that it had to be prepped in the first place. Most paint companies say that they have prep-free paint. Well, that for the most part is true about DIY paint by Debbie Beard. However, we do have bleed through on occasion ourselves. So, what do you do to prevent bleed through in the first place? The first thing you have to do is remove any loose particles on your item of paint or old surface. The second thing is to use a degreasing agent, which will remove any grease that acts as a resist to your next layer of paint. The simplest way the simplest thing to use is Windex. I use ammonia-free Windex to clean most of my items, and that's sufficient. If you're in doubt, though, and your item is an old antique or something that's been sitting in a greasy kitchen or has been damaged by smoke or sat in a spot that was exposed to a lot of smoke, you're going to need a little something a little heavier. In that case, the best thing to clean them with is TSP. Here you go, TSP. This is in a liquid form or in a powder form. You should wear gloves when you use this. This is what they commercially use to clean kitchen surfaces and, any place where they think there might be some smoke damage or airborne grease particles. This will take care of just about anything, though. Now, that's to prevent it in the first place. The second thing that you might need to do is use a primer. I use shellac-based primers, and that is based on my husband's uncle, who used to be a house painter, and he swears by this. In fact, it was used in this building when I first bought it. It was originally a restaurant, so you can imagine the type of grease from deep fryers, smoke, everything that was in there. So he used this type of shellac-based primer, but he also used it in liquid form and put it on with a roller. These you can get at Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards, whatever hardware store you happen to be living near. Okay, so you've done all this, or you forgot one of those steps about surface preparation. Well, you can always disguise it. Now, bleed through will normally show up on lighter color paints. So you won't see bleed through if you're painting your surface either a dark chocolate or black or navy blue. Some of those colors you probably won't see bleed through ever. So if you think about it, if you've got a couple spots and you're open to some creativity, you can disguise those spots either with transfers or stamps or hand painting over those spots of bleed through. This brings me to my favorite story, and it's about Waterford Crystal. Waterford Crystal in Ireland never sold seconds, but on occasion a piece would come off the line that had little bubbles or something else in it, and they would send it to one of the master glassmakers or decorators, and he would make a one-of-a-kind piece around that flaw that was in the glass. Now that one-of-a-kind piece ended up selling for 10 times the amount of the regular piece that never had the flaw in the first place. So look at it that way. You can recreate your piece by designing over those flaws. Thank you, and I hope you learned something from this. See you later.